Former House Representative from California, Jane Harman, who served 16 years in the House until 2011. Jane, thank you so much for joining us tonight. You would know how representatives behave better than most, and most have not actually staked a position as to whether the president should stay in the race or not. What factors do you think they might be weighing?
Well, first, let me say I respect their views. They have a right to decide for themselves. I would also point out, however, that 3 months between now, or 100 days between now and the election, is 1,000 days, or a long period of time, and views change. I thought Biden's performance tonight was solid. Yes, there was one gaffe, and there was a gaffe earlier today. I don't think it's been a secret for 40 years that he is gaffe prone. So I wouldn't judge him that way. I thought his answers on China and on Ukraine were nuanced and thoughtful, and proved what experience he has and what a nuanced mind he has. Having said that, I'm not going to pretend that the poll numbers are great, and I'm not going to pretend that some of the concerns aren't valid, but I think we have to be pretty practical here. He wants to stay in the race. His record is excellent. And what happens next if he should decide to leave? What is the plan? Not just some speculative ideas. I heard my friend Lloyd Doggett talk about, well, we'll have an open situation and people can run. How long can they run? How is the selection made? How will the Democratic Party unite around the next person? Or will it unite around the next person? Chaos plays right into Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump's playbooks. And let's not forget there could be malign influence going on here. And a lot of the information out there could be domestically driven, or it could be foreign malign influence. I just saw that Avril Haines, our director of national intelligence, said that there is proof of Iranian malign influence going on. So I hope we don't have a stampede. I hope we have a real sensible conversation, which lawmakers are entitled to have. But let's not compare him, as he used to say, to the Almighty. Let's compare him to a practical, sensible alternative that is achievable in a near period of time that will beat Donald Trump. That is the end game.
Based on where we are tonight, what you saw tonight, do you expect that that's enough to ease the concerns, or do you think potentially more lawmakers are going to step forward and ask the president to step aside?
More may step forward. I think there will be a private conversation soon. I'm guessing Nancy Pelosi will be in the room, and she's a highly respected vote counter. I give her a lot of credit. I served with her for a long time, and we're still in active touch. And we'll see. I mean, he said if he can't win, he will leave the race. If he can't win, he has to be persuaded of that. But if he can't win, who can win? This is not a conversation about Biden leaving. It's a conversation about the Democratic ticket winning. And
but I would imagine the timing is important too, right? Because even if he has to be persuaded, he needs to be, if he's going to leave, he'd have to be persuaded quickly.
Well, I agree. You'd have to be persuaded quickly. I mean, I think the numbers are coming in. I think there will be some kind of conversation fairly soon. But what I wanted to say was it's easy to knock people off. We saw it in the so-called Arab Spring. We knocked off Mubarak, the leader of Egypt. Where is Egypt now? They ended up electing the Muslim Brotherhood, which was a very toxic, unpalatable group. And then that led to a military leader, al-Sisi, and a lot of journalists are in jail. And I don't think people would say Egypt has better leadership now than it did under Mubarak. I'm not totally defending him either. But knocking someone down is easier than building someone up. Where is the team that will succeed Biden, and how do we know they can beat Trump?
A lot of unanswered questions tonight. Representative Jane Harman, we so thank you for your time and insight.
Thank you.